What's up, guys? Today's video, don't present numbers like your typical salesperson. This is my channel. My name's Tony Swedberg. I've been a salesperson, a #1 producing salesperson for many, many years, going on like 6-7 years. I've also been a sales trainer on YouTube for about 6 years, and I've been in sales for over a decade and made millions and millions of dollars, not only in solar sales, car sales, all sorts of sales over the phone. So you name it, I've done it. Now, these are the numbers that we will be presenting today. This is for a car, right? So if you're in the car business, I'm going to show you how to present numbers. If you're in any other business, you can still definitely take tons of value from this video. So make sure to watch until the end. So the first thing before we even touch this, during your sales process, if you're selling a new car, the chance you get, you have to make your dealership appear, your car dealership, to appear to be the #1 dealership in the area in terms of price. And you got to do that by telling a story, not by trying to convince your client. So how you're going to do that and how I do that is, hey guys, so I just started here about 7 or 8 months ago. Just moved here from South Carolina, actually. But I was in sales, in my early 20s. So this is my story for you guys, so you know. So in my early 20s, I was in the business for a while. I was at a really good dealership. So when I came to South Florida, I looked at all the dealerships in the area. I took my time. I was in no rush. And I wanted to work at the #1 dealership in terms of price. Because obviously, no matter how much people like me, if you can save a couple grand down the street, you're going to go there. Right, no hard feelings. So we are the #1 dealership in South Florida. We sell about 300 Mercedes-Benz per month. That being said, Mercedes, the manufacturer, gives us hundreds of thousands of dollars that we can use to help make a deal today, right? So if you guys find a car that you like, I'll make sure you like the price. Boom. That's how you do it, right? You don't got to say all that, but take some nuggets from that. And that's me telling a story about why I picked the dealership in terms of price. That makes perfect sense. Man, that makes so much sense why he would want to work at the #1 dealership. That would suck if he gave out numbers and somebody was less. So logically, they understand. On a pre-owned vehicle, you listen. This is how you do it on a pre-owned vehicle. You listen to what kind of vehicle they want. Hey, they want a white car. They want it under 50,000 miles. They want it above a 2016. Once you find this car and you see it, or you see it online, or you think of it, you go, hey guys, let me ask you, do you guys like the way this one looks? The reason I ask is we just took it in. We got a really good deal on it. Like we own it for much under what it's worth. The vehicle's 18.9, but it actually books out for right around 21. We took it in for a good price, and then usually we own it for quite a bit more than we take it in because there's a big shop bill. But since it was in such good condition, everything was done on the Carfax. Once our technicians looked at it, there really wasn't much it needed. Not only did we take it in for a good price, there wasn't a big shop bill, so we just own it for a good price. You guys like the way it looks? Oh yeah, it's white. How many miles is it? It actually has 36,000 miles. Boom. Now it's already the car because you just picked it for them. They don't even know. So yeah, it has 36,000 miles. It's a 2017, and it's super clean, man. I'm gonna go run and grab the keys. I'll be right back. Can I get you guys some water? Boom. Get the keys. When you get down to the pencil, they're already closed on it's a good deal, right? They're not gonna hit you with, I saw one for a lower deal somewhere else. They would have done that in the beginning. Does that make sense? So boom, you close them on price before even showing them this. Now, when you do show them this is for lease numbers. I didn't realize it before I grabbed it. See all these numbers here? Don't ever go over these numbers, ever. Why? Because if they're financing 63 grand, 63,961, after interest, they're going to be at like $100,000. They don't even know the interest rate. They don't know how much they're going to pay when they finance. So these numbers are just because they want to feel better about the deal. You could give them a great deal here and they wouldn't know it because they're customers, guys. They don't know what a good deal is. You can't, if I take you out on the lot as a car salesman and I say, hey, this car's 25 grand, there's no sticker on it, and it's a 21 Honda Accord, you're not gonna know if that's a good deal or not unless you really know your Honda Accords, right? But you don't even know what a good deal is half the time. So how would you expect them to know that 10 grand off is a good deal? Yeah, it sounds like a good deal, but what if I can get 12? They don't know. So first off, you got to close them during the sale, like I taught you. And then also, don't go over this stuff, okay? Because we're gonna focus on payments. People are focused on payments these days. That's all I go over. So this is how you do it. Depending on how much you put down, we gave you 3 different options. You have 42, 48, and 51 payments. My manager just wants to know which one fits you guys the best. And then go quiet. And hopefully they go, the $3,500 down, $952. Now, sometimes they might say, oh, that payment's too high, or I didn't want to put any money down. Okay. Usually, the bank sees, it sees the car. Okay, let's say the car's worth 50 grand. It likes you to be at around 50 out the door. So it likes you to cover your tax, tag, and title. The reason for that is it's very low risk for them. When they see the car's worth 50 grand and you owe 50 grand on it or less, that means you're in an equitable position, meaning, let's say if something happens, somebody loses their job, they can go take the car back. They know it's worth 50 grand because that's what they value the car at, and they see you only owe 48. So they do usually require you to put a little bit of money down. How close were you guys able to get to that? Dude, the most I got's like 1,500 or maybe 2,000. Okay, so maybe I'll land them on 1,500. Well, and I'll do that on purpose, okay? Because I don't need the extra $500, and I don't want to put somebody in a bad position. So, okay, well let's stick with. I don't want to push you or anything. So let's stick with $1,500 down. That's going to help. Now, obviously, since you're putting less money down, your payment's going to go up about $40. So you're going to be at about $992. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try for $1,500 down, $992. That's something I'm gonna try for, okay? And then just go for the close again and get them to sign. Now, if you do have to go down in price, since we sell 300 cars a month, we do a lot of business with the bank. So sometimes they can get us a lower interest rate. What I'm going to try for is I'm going to try to do $1,500 down and then keep you at the $952. So essentially, if I'm saving you on interest $2,000 or saving you another $2,000 on the vehicle, or giving you some extra money for your trade-in, if that's even possible, I'm going to somehow try to come up with $2 grand and try to keep you at that $952 without having to put the $3,500 down, and just try to do it with $1,500 down, okay? All right, great. Let me just get a signature there, and let me see what I can do, okay? You guys want some coffee, water, snacks, whatever, and then boom. Then go back to the desk, boom, get your pencil. You guys are going to be there. But now, if these people bring up their trade-in value or anything like that, like, oh, 32.5 for my trade, I wanted 35,000 for it. I didn't want to take any less than that. Okay, and the retail value on your vehicle is about 35. I've even seen some selling for like 35.5, so a little bit higher than what you wanted. Take in mind, as a dealership, 32.5 that's going to be the max on trade-in. So I get to see kind of what they trade in for. So 32.5 is at the top of the spectrum for your trade-in. The thing is that we do have to bring it through a safety inspection and look at all the parts and components if we have to replace any. There's a couple dents and scratches. Super nice car, but we do have to bring it to get those touched up, and then the dents pulled out. Our reconditioning minimum is about $2,000. So I'm going to own your car for quite a bit more. The good thing about having a trade-in that's $32,500 is your tax savings. Are you guys familiar with your tax savings? Oh, no, not really. Explain. Well, if you guys were to come in and buy this car for $55,700, you guys would pay 7% tax on that, which would be close to about $4,000 or $4,200. Since you have a trade-in for $32,500, you only pay taxes on $23,200. That's why your taxes are only $1,500. So rather than pay $42,000 in taxes, you guys are paying $1,500 in taxes and saving, what is that, $2,700 you guys will be saving on taxes. So if you add your tax savings onto your trade-in amount, that's $35,200 you guys are getting for your trade-in. So for it to make sense, even if you sold your car private sale for $36,000, you're only making $800, and you're going to have to go through all that, selling it on your own. So 32.5 is the most I'm going to be able to give you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you guys want to go over next. But just to wrap up the video, don't ever go over these numbers, because if they're financing 63.9 after interest and stuff, they're really financing 100 grand. So this number is completely irrelevant. They're not paying that number unless they're paying cash. The only time you go over the out the door number is if they're paying cash, and that's pretty rare. So don't ever go over that. Just go over their monthly payments and stuff like that. One of my best closes I will leave you at is, so guys, on the vehicle, like, I'm a one price store. So on this particular vehicle, we are a one price store. The car books out for right around 35, let's say. The car books out for right around 35. Our sales price today is 32.9. So we are selling it to you under Kelley Blue Book and what it books out for. The good news is we have a really good finance team. As I said, we're one of the #1 dealerships in South Florida. So what I'm going to have them do is I'm going to make sure that they take care of you on the interest rate, make sure they get you a really good rate. I can't save you any more money on the price of the vehicle, but on a loan like this, a few percent on the interest rate comes out to thousands of dollars on the back end that you'll save. You know, if you go from 10% to 8%, just that 2% over the course of the loan is going to come out to thousands of dollars that you won't pay in interest. So I won't be able to save you any more money here, but I'll make sure they take care of you in finance, okay? Great. Let me get a signature here and I'll bring it a detail. Boom. So we closed the deal. We didn't tell them we're going to get them 5% or anything like that. We just said we'll make sure they take care of you in finance. And that's going to wrap up the video. Make sure to share this video with somebody, and make sure you guys to check out this Facebook AI tool. This AI tool is going to take all your vehicles from your website, from Auto Trader, and it's going to put it directly on your Facebook Marketplace. So when people type in and they're like, hey, is it still available? It goes to your Facebook Messenger, and then you get to set an appointment with them. It's going to show the vehicle to everybody in your area. Check out the video right now. And in the description, I put all the information if you guys want to sign up. Currently, we have over 100 people signed up, so we are crushing it. And we're changing the game. Everybody signed up. They say subscribed. They're all selling an extra 5 to 8 cars a month. Calling our car salesman. This is Auto Trader up here. I am gonna post this, not even have to do anything. Look, I just click post on Auto Trader. Boom. Now it's on Auto Trader. It's gonna post everything on my Facebook. So I'm not touching anything. Just sitting here eating some grapes. There's Facebook. Now AI is posting everything on here. Click the link below and you guys are gonna be able to download it. It's only 129 bucks a month, and it does everything for you. Watch, it's gonna populate all the pictures too. You can post every car on your dealership, at your dealership on Facebook in like an hour. So boom, I'll click next down here. So it even wrote a description. Then I follow all these big groups. So then you follow public groups in your area about cars. You click all those groups here, boom. Then right here, just click publish. And then it's gonna publish as long as your Facebook is signed into. It's gonna publish everything, and it even has your area and everything because you type in your dealership when you sign up, so it knows where you're located. So publish, and then you're gonna see I've listed quite a few today. But yep, boom.